Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the Japanese side of the game, taking Mr. Slam Jam Katakuri into the Hawkins Forest. So this is the team, those are the supports, let's dive in. Alright, so we're going to start over here at the Hold'em stage, stage number 13, and when you come into this particular stage, ideally you want to hang on to the recovery orb that X-Drake locks at the beginning of the fight. Because you have Queen on this team, the rare recruit Queen that is, we actually start with a full board of recovery orbs, so you can just hang on to that recovery orb on Katakuri. You manage to get it locked from the X-Drake stage on stage like 5, and that just makes it a lot easier for when you get into this stage, you get Hold'em, to actually keep your recovery nice and high. You want to have like max HP when you come into this stage. You do get burn on the start of this stage as well, and with the support of Otama, you can get some healing too. That way you can survive, and then you can just stall out the threshold. We can use the Big Mom special to give us, or the young Lin Lin special to give us some recovery orbs, and then our friend Katakuri special to give us an orb boost, and that way we can just take out that stage easy peasy. Once we move on to Kanjuro and Kinemon, they're going to give us 3 turns of paralysis on our captains, which we can remove 1 turn with the amazing switch ability that Whitebeard and Marco can provide for us. And we're just basically going to try and do as much damage as we can without getting them like lower than around 50% HP. On the second turn, we switch with Wako again. That way we can remove all the paralysis. And that way we can actually take out both Kinemon and Kanjuro in 1 turn. Now, ideally here, you might have to hit some perfects. Don't be afraid to do so, but ideally just don't hit a perfect with your Katakuri, because he's always going to be on the 1 turn with that orb seal that gets inflicted when you do enter that stage, and that way we can sort of hang on to basically a full board of recovery orbs for the rest of the run. Because we have the switchability of Wako, we can just make them matching every single turn, and thanks to the versatility of VersaKainu, we can actually get around the orb debuff that comes on the Jack stage, so that way we always have access to that recovery orb beneficial. On this Kyoto Shiro stage, we do have to stall the first 2 turns. Make sure you are switching with Wako to remove the special bind that he does inflict, and then when he puts up the damage reduction, he also has a defense up as well. We can then use our Queen special to get around those defects. You do want to make sure that you use the versatility of Akainu before you switch with Wako. Very important that you do that, or if you switch with Wako, I should say. It really depends on what orb you have. As you guys can see there, I have been hitting perfects with my Whitebeard Marco. That way I'm actually getting rid of the orb barrier that's on them, and that way I can sort of guarantee myself another recovery orb every time I do switch with them. Because we have the conditional boost in the chain lock, we can take out Kyoto. We move into the next stage against Jack. Against Jack, he gives us Despair, and he normally makes Strength and Dex orbs non-beneficial for the rest of the run. Because we have VersaKainu's versatility active, it actually overwrites that, and because of that, we can actually get access to the switchability of Wako, allowing us to make recovery orbs matching whenever we don't have that versatility of Akainu up. Basically, we don't need the versatility of Akainu, it's literally only used for that 1 stage, so we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the run, so it works quite nicely. On the 3rd turn, Jack is going to paralyze us for 1 turn, and he gives us 2 turns of burn. This is where things get a little bit shaky. We do need to switch with our Wako, that way we can remove the paralysis, we make recovery orbs beneficial, and then we can use their special to give us a 20,000 heal. Very important that we do the heal here, because we do need to hit a few perfects to take down Jack. We have the special of Katakuri to give ourselves an orb boost, and with the support of Smoker, our quick units are going to get a 1.75 times attack boost. We do want to hit some greats, so that way we can get some healing back with our Queen and our Lin Lin, and then with our quick units, we want to hit our perfects. Remember not to hit a perfect with your Katakuri, because he only has the 1 slot barrier on. So very, very important that you don't hit perfects with your Katakuri, but you can hit perfects with everyone else. Once we move on to the next stage against Zoro, Juro, Mr. Soba Mask, and Wano Kuni Law, they're going to bind our top and bottom right and middle left. This is why having a Akainu in the bottom left-hand side is very, very beneficial, as we have the support of the Baroque Works, Mole Chick, and I think it's Mr. 3. With that, we can remove the bind that gets inflicted. We give ourselves an orb buff, which we can't really use too much, but we also get a chain lock. Ideally, on the first turn, you just want to make sure you kill Law. That's the big thing. You really want to make sure you kill Law, and if you do manage to get an orb on your Wako, as you guys will see there, if you are in the Marco stage, you can actually kill Zoro as well. On the second turn, we still have that orb boost, we still have that chain lock, and then we can easily take out Solarbosk. Once we move on to the next stage, we come up against Jack, who has 3 turns of damage reduction and threshold. He does a bunch of damage, he gives us 3 turns of attack down. Every 2 turns, he blows away our friend Captain, and then he does like double attacks after that. We're going to stall out on Jack here, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit, but because we have a full board of recovery orbs, we can just basically stall here for as long as we really like. Ideally, you just want to get your VersaKainu special back, and then you can move on to the next stage. So I'm going to fast forward, I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now we're at the point where we have Akanu's special back. As you can see, like, we're at full HP, and we're at 166,000 healing. That's why Katakuri's so good. Like that's the big thing about his captain kit that most people love. It's the fact that you are going to heal back all the damage you take on that previous turn. I don't think it's that incredible, but when it works, it really works. As you can see there, we move into the next stage against Kaido. He gives us 5 turns of burn, and he also rolls back our quick character specials by 2 turns. We want to move into this particular stage with full HP. Very important that we do that. And we don't want to hit any perfects. If you hit perfects on this particular stage against Kaido, you do cop a lot of burn damage. Every single turn he will hit you for around 27k. But because of the super class that we did proc earlier in the run, I think I used it like way back when. Ideally, you just want to use it any time before stage 13. You can use it basically anywhere you like, really. As long as you do have it active, we have a lot of HP with this team thanks to the Moby Dick as well. Because of that, we can take 2 shots from Kaido. And then we can get our specials back for our quick units. We can just pop our Akainu special at this point to give ourselves the chain lock and the orb boost. We can switch with Wako to make those orbs matching, and then we can just take out Kaido like easy peasy. When Kaido dies though, he does have a revive mechanic, so having a 2-turn orb and chain lock is very, very beneficial, as that way we can kill him very easily on his revive. He does give us 3 turns of special bind, however. So this is where Wako once again is an absolute god for this content, because every time you switch with Wako, we don't only get those this recovery orbs being beneficial, but we also remove the special bind and the paralysis, which is so prevalent in this forest. Moving on to the final stage against Basil Hawkins himself. He does become a opposite color to your captain, so in this case, he will become a dex unit. He puts up 2 turns of defense up, gives us 3 turns of defense, and that's basically all he does. So we're going to remove the defense up with Queen. We have a nice chunky orb boost with Katakuri. We have a base stat boost with Katakuri as well. We have an attack boost with Katakuri, and then finally we can actually remove the the despair with the young Linlin special. Make sure to use Katakuri before you use Linlin, otherwise you'll get a lower attack boost. It's 2.25 still good, but it's after 12 kit counters, and obviously it's going to reduce your damage significantly. With Katakuri, using the Katakuri special first, you get the 2.75 times orb boost. Then with your friend Captain Katakuri, you get the 2.5 times attack boost. And then Linlin's just really here so she can remove the despair. No other real reason for that. Wako's great just to use their special here, just so they get more stats. Like, no real other reason to use Wako. Like, there's literally no other reason. Even if they give themselves a negative orb like you see on this particular run, you still have the other superclass of Katakuri. It's not that essential for the run to use his superclass. As long as you have one available, you're going to get the 1.2 base stats anyway. So just having that available just means that if you do happen to break those barriers, you are going to guarantee yourself a bunch of orbs on the final stage. With that, we have so much damage against Basil Hawkins here. Like, I attack in such a funky order because I do want to get the final shot with Katakuri. But as you can see, like, actually, I didn't even get the final shot with Katakuri. I didn't hit... Like, you just do too much damage, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But Mr. Slam Jam himself, taking down the Hawkins Forest, did it fairly nicely in the end, but it did take a little bit of finessing to actually get the run to sort of work the way I wanted to. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me here on the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Lates.